About to go one-on-one with Isani, about to give him this work.
Guard from Byron Nelson, Finley Bizjack, Butler signee.
Sure.
You know, Finley, when we first wanted to bring back Isani, you were the first person we thought of. And man, I'm excited. You know, I want people to know who you are. So, you know, how you feeling?
I feel great. I'm really excited to be here with you and do this interview.
You know, this is ISO. This is one-on-one. All right. So, you know, like
island work.
you say you'll work?
Yeah, island work.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You know, so my first question to you is like, when did you know you loved basketball and this is something you wanted to do?
I think it was about like 5th grade whenever I was playing for Coach Sean in 3D, just doing like the practice of my age group and then him making me stay to work with the older kids like Anthony and all them, and then like sort of just built up a love for it, and then I found myself at the gym in the mornings and then doing those practices after and just sort of found a love for it.
So like what was your play style like in 5th grade?
Catch and shoot.
Just straight catch and shoot.
Catch and shoot, maybe a little bit of driving, getting fouled, but it wasn't nothing like it is now.
You know, so I heard a story about you. Just tell me if this is true or not.
Okay.
They said for the longest you would get on your bike at 5 a.m. and go to the gym and work out. Is that true? And
yeah.
like what led you to do that?
Yeah. Well, like I lived like a decent like amount away from like the Keller Point, which is the gym that I went to in like 5th and 6th grade. And so I had to ride my bike there because I didn't want to wake my mom up because she had to take my little brothers to school. And so I'd bike up there in the mornings and get shots up before I went to school.
So what grade did you start this?
5th grade.
So 5th grade all the way to?
Probably 7th grade when I had to go to middle school and I like couldn't ride my bike there and then to school.
So what did that teach you? Like what lessons did that teach you, you know, going on a bike to the school, working out on your own, you know, at 5 a.m., having the discipline to wake up that early?
Yeah, well, now when I look back at it, think I was a little bit crazy because now I can just hop in my car and just come up to the gym. But I think it really goes to show, like you said, the discipline, like the things that like it takes to wake up that early and then ride the bike up to school, then go up the hills and down the hills and then to get to the gym. And so I think it shows a lot about my character.
So you wrote out what you do on a daily basis. It's on this board over here. You wanna go through all that? Like what is a day in the life of Finley Bizjack?
Yeah, it's just an early morning wake up. I've got parents that are committed to me and making my dreams come true, and so they'll come and rebound for me sometimes now, and I'll get shots up in the morning before I go to school. I'll eat breakfast, head to school, go through my normal routine, stretch during lunch, and then whenever we get to practice from 3 to 5, we'll do that, and then between 5 to 7-ish, I'll eat dinner and stuff and sort of hang out before I go back to the gym from 7 to 9 and get some runs in.
Talk about the support of your parents. How big has that been for your growth and development?
Oh yeah, mom, dad, stepdad, all of them, they all support my dream, which is more than you could ask for from all of them. They all are more than willing to go rebound for me if I ask them to, or give me a ride to this place if I need it, and I'm very lucky.
So let's talk about the progression of your game. I feel like summer of 2022, you know, you're a bucket getter, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, downhill, score, shoot, whatever, 3-level score. But I felt that people try to put you in a box of you're just a scorer. And I thought in the summer you were showing people you can impact games with your passing. You started dissecting defenses, started seeing the play before the play. That's hard to do. That doesn't just come overnight. And obviously that was something you worked on early. Talk about that, just what you were trying to show to people and just that you can run a basketball team.
Yeah, well, I think I really got to show it. Shout out to Vaughn and Southern Assault for giving me the opportunity and all the players that I could play with and show me that I don't have to be the guy on every team I play with. I'm playing with KJ Lewis, Arizona, Zay Manning, TCU, and Samson Lawton, Yale, and just all these great players that I get to pass the ball to. And it really showed me in practices, and then in practices it evolved to the game pretty quickly, and playing with all these high-level guys. And so I was really lucky to have all of them, but there's still a whole lot of work to figure it out and sort of make it happen on the circuit.
So talk about that. Like, what is the stuff you have to figure out?
I think it's making the reads at the right times, because basketball is a game of runs. Everyone understands that. And so whenever a team scores three buckets in a row, you still have to set the pace and play at your own pace and find those buckets that you need, or get to the free throw line and get downhill and sort of make things happen for everyone.
Yeah. So let's switch gears. You know, you got a lot of swagger to your game, your just the way you dress and everything. being a Caucasian white male in an African American game. I mean, I'm serious. I know that has its challenges because people will say, "Oh, that white boy can hoop," right? Well, when does it get to the point where that I can hoop? Like, not white or black, I can hoop.
Yeah.
Was there some challenges you felt that you had to go through?
I think when I was younger, people would sort of label me as just a shooter just because I might be white. But I think as I got older and sort of picked up with my athleticism, it sort of evened out and leveled out. But there's no doubt they would see me on the court and want to pick me up full court and take the ball from me every time when I got it. But I'm glad I handled the ball and figured it out.
Yeah, talk about just your motivation to not just be a spot-up shooter, to be a guard, be someone that can really break guys down and create and score.
Well, yeah, I think it's about, to me, it's like a dream of playing professional basketball. And so to play professional basketball, you can't be a one-trick pony. You got to figure out what you can do to affect the game if you are making shots, and what you can do on defense, and what you can do handling the ball and getting other players involved in the game.
How much film do you watch?
Oh, beyond, so much. I'm senior year, I've got some blow-off classes. I watch film probably 3 hours a day.
Oh, wow. Wow. What's some stuff that you've learned from film?
I've learned from myself how to, whenever I'm driving, to find that dunker spot whenever they're rotating to the basket. And also what I learned from Stefan Castle at the Wooten camp, the whenever you're on the wing and looking for that skip to the corner pass, because they got to play their defensive principles to be on that help side with the big men.
Talk about Stefan Castle, he's a dude.
Yeah.
On the UConn, just being fantastic for Newton.
Yeah.
Just talk about some, were you able to communicate with him, talk to him at the Wooten camp?
Yeah, he was on my team, and I think at first he also looked at me as just a catch and shoot shooter, but as the camp went on, he sort of trusted me with the ball more, and it was a lot of fun to play with him. He's really good.
Yeah, good. So now you signed to Butler, great spot. Big East, obviously you got Villanova, you got UConn who just lost their first game. You got St. John's, you got a lot of high-level teams in there. Probably 2 or 3 teams that could potentially make a Final Four run.
Yeah.
Talk about being a freshman. Going in, people talk about the transfer portal, taking an older guy. So you're a freshman coming in. What do you have to do to make an impact day one at Butler?
I think for me, with Butler being a poor three-point shooting team in years past, is to come in and do what I do and shoot the ball, but also impact the game in other ways defensively, because the Big East is a very competitive, very physical league, and so I gotta put on some weight and bring some defense as well as shooting.
So when the season's over with, what is something that you're going to have to really be working on, to be ready for June, because that's when you go in?
Yeah, it's straight to the weights. It's 5 a.m., 7 p.m., it's weights. And also getting my basketball in and finding time for that, but I got to get bigger and stronger.
Talk about Byron Nelson. You've been there for 4 years, all right? You made some playoff runs, but now it's your senior year. What are you trying to accomplish?
Go as far as we can, not lose a game come March or whatever playoffs start. I'm the biggest competitor. Anything with the scoreboard, I'm there for. And so I just don't want to lose. I don't want my senior season to end with me crying.
Absolutely. Well, Finley, you weren't nervous. I thought you were going to be nervous. I was like, oh boy, I'm going to have to handle this interview. But you did a fantastic job, man. I'm so proud of you. Been seeing you since middle school. I want to say 6th grade. Yeah. And now just, seeing you now overcoming a lot of adversities, overcoming a lot of stigmas, right? And now, here you go. You're going to Butler. You're about to finish out your senior year. You're on a really good team, and best of luck to you, man. And hit me if you need anything.
For sure. Thank you so much.